So today's topic is exchange of gases. First of all, alveoli, which are present in the lungs. In the previous classes, we have already discussed about that. These are the main sites for gaseous exchange. Why? Because we have already known that it is highly vascularized structure, and second one having a very thin membrane. That's why alveoli are the sites for gaseous exchange. Number 2. This gas exchange mainly occurs between blood and tissues. Gas exchange means O2 and CO2. Their exchange occurs between the blood and tissue by simple diffusion. Simple diffusion, it means that the thing moves from high concentration or high pressure area to low concentration or low pressure area. Gradient means there the gradient must be either concentration gradient or pressure gradient. Clear? So gas exchange occurs through simple diffusion. Means things always move from high concentration or high pressure area to low concentration or low pressure area. And number 3 is the solubility of gases, and the thickness of the membrane also decides the rate of diffusion. It means that rate of diffusion depends on these two things. Number 1 is the solubility of gases, and number 2 is the thickness of the membrane. Rate of diffusion is proportional to solubility of gases, directly proportional. It means that the gases, those are more soluble, there will be high rate of diffusion occurs. For an example, carbon dioxide is 20 to 25 times more soluble than oxygen. It means that carbon dioxide diffuses fastly rather in comparison to oxygen. So, rate of diffusion is directly proportional to solubility of gases. And number 2 is the membrane thickness. Rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to membrane thickness, means diffusion occurs in high rate where the membrane is much thinner or more thin. So rate of diffusion occurs in high rate through the thin membrane. Clear? So these three are the basic things. Now there is a term partial pressure. Partial means individual contribution or individual content. I explain it, okay? Suppose there is a mixture of gases. There may be hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, CO2. And the overall gases also creates a pressure. This is the overall pressure created by the gas. If we say the individual pressure created by oxygen, this is the partial pressure of oxygen, which is represented PO2. Similarly, if we say that individual pressure created by carbon dioxide, it is the PCO2, means the partial pressure of carbon dioxide. When in a mixture of gases, pressure created by individual gas, this is called partial pressure, means individual contribution of each of the gases. Similarly, partial pressure of carbon dioxide represented as PCO2, oxygen means PO2. So this is the partial pressure. Whenever there is a mixture of gases, individual gas pressure created by the individual gas, means individual contribution of a particular gas, is partial pressure. Okay. Now, partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide at different parts which are involved in this diffusion process, means partial pressure of these two gases in atmospheric air, in alveoli, in blood, means deoxygenated blood, in oxygenated blood and tissues, are given in the table, and the unit is here given, that is millimeter Hg. Okay, we all know that 760 mmHg is the standard value. Hg means the mercury. 760 mmHg is the standard value. So we don't learn it. There is a simple tricks to learn this table. Suppose we all know that in our atmosphere, approx 21% oxygen is there. Okay, and this is the standard value. So 760 into 21% means 21 by 100 equal to 159 mm Hg. This value is given there, 159. So we don't need to learn it. We simply calculate through 760 the standard into 21% approximately the oxygen present in the atmosphere. So 760 into 21% means 760 into 21 by 100 equal to 159. Okay. Second, CO2 is only 0.3 mmHg present. Partial pressure of CO2 is only 0.3 millimeter Hg. Now, alveoli, blood and tissues. These also have a simple, easy trick. Now, we are going to discuss about the diffusion membrane. Diffusion membrane means the outer membrane of the alveoli. This is the alveoli. Middle portion is known as alveolar cavity. Here we see the yellow colors. Outer there is a single layer which is made up of squamous epithelium cells. Okay, and this portion is the capillary, which is made up of endothelium. This is the endothelium blood capillary, and this portion is the squamous epithelium, and in between these two there are basement membrane is present. It means that this alveolar membrane, but diffusion membrane, actually through the membrane through which diffusion occurs through alveoli and the tissue. This is the alveolar membrane. It is made up of actually 3 layers. This one is the squamous epithelium of alveolar cells, and these are the capillaries, means endothelium of alveolar capillaries, and in between these basement membrane is present. This yellow colors basement membrane is present. So this diffusion membrane is made up of 3 layers, but the total thickness of these layers is much less than a millimeter. So this membrane is so important because we already have known that if the membrane is thin enough, rate of diffusion will be increased. So here diffusion occurs through this alveolar membrane. Now we will discuss the gaseous exchange. Now look at the diagram. This is the alveoli. Within the alveoli, partial pressure of oxygen means PO2 is 104 millimeter Hg, while PCO2 equal to 40 millimeter Hg. Okay. Now in atmosphere, PO2 is 159 millimeter Hg and CO2 is only 0.3. So in comparison to atmosphere and alveoli, in alveoli the PO2 is less than the atmosphere. It means that oxygen from the atmosphere diffuses in the alveoli, which we know as inspiration. And from the alveoli, CO2 diffuses out as per the diffusion rules. Understand? In atmosphere, PO2 equal to 159 millimeter Hg, whereas in alveoli 104. So it means that atmospheric oxygen enters into the alveoli and CO2 diffuses out. Clear? See the diagram. Inspired air and air is expired. Now in the alveoli, oxygen PO2 104 millimeter Hg and CO2 40 millimeter Hg, whereas in deoxygenated blood, PO2 equal to 40 millimeter Hg, CO2 45. Within the alveoli, CO2 is 40. So in the alveoli, PCO2 equal to 40 millimeter Hg. Okay, and in the here deoxygenated blood, it is PCO2 equal to 40 millimeter Hg. So it means that carbon dioxide from blood capillaries diffuses into the alveoli, and oxygen, as the amount of oxygen is here only 40 and here it is high, so oxygen from the alveoli diffuses in the blood circulatory system and hence the blood become oxygenated. Carbon dioxide amount is low. Here in the alveoli PCO2 equal to only 40 millimeter, whereas here the CO2 amount is high, so CO2 diffuses into alveoli and oxygen comes and the blood becomes oxygenated. Now this oxygenated blood comes into the heart and again transfusion occurs, diffusion occurs between these are the tissues and oxygenated blood. In the oxygenated blood we follow the chart. PO2 equal to 95, whereas in tissue it's only 40 millimeter Hg. It means that always oxygen diffuses from the high concentration to low concentration. So from oxygen, so O2 from the oxygenated blood enters into the tissue. From this oxygenated blood it enters into the tissue, because in tissue PO2 equal to 40, whereas in oxygenated blood PO2 equal to 95 millimeter Hg. So oxygen diffuses into the tissue, and in comparison with tissue and CO, now in case of CO2 opposite thing will occur, means in tissue CO2 is 45 millimeter Hg and in blood it is 40 Hg. So means from tissue CO2 diffuses into the oxygenated blood circulatory system, and thus from this area of carbon dioxide diffuses into circulatory system, hence the blood become deoxygenated. Again this deoxygenated blood enters into the heart and from the heart it go to the upper surface, whereas CO2 is 45 millimeter Hg. Here CO2 is 45 millimeter Hg and within the alveoli CO2 is 40 millimeter, within the alveoli it is only 40 millimeter Hg. So again carbon dioxide enter into the diffuses into the alveoli and hence the process is repeated. Nothing else, thus overall gas exchange occurs through simple diffusion. Once again I repeat it.